What's down, fam? It's your boy Slim Salt 504. Make sure y'all subscribe to Hooded Jube. You heard me? Let's go.
What's up, folks? This is John Barnes, and you already know this shit more than a game, man. You also already know that it's NOLA versus all y'all. And you also know that it ain't YouTube if you ain't subscribed to my dog, Hooded Jube. Come on, man, what are you waiting for? You already know. It's still Who Dat.
What up, family? This your boy DeRight, repping that Who Dat Nation all the way here in Florida. If it's YouTube, you gotta subscribe to my boy Hoodie Jube.
What's up, world? It's your boy Carlos Clayton. I'm the host of Uneducated Sports Talk. Subscribe to the big homie Hoodie Jube for everything New Orleans Saints. Who Dat?
Hey, this your boy, Dog 17, the host of the Keeping It Real Who Dat Sports Podcast. Just want to remind y'all, go ahead and subscribe to my homie Hoodie Jules channel. And like always, love.
What's good, guys? My name is Zach.
And I'm Nonfiction, and we are Real Fan Sports.
And you need to stop what you're doing right now. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to your boy, Hoodie Jube.
Hoodie Jube.
Yeah.
What's good, Who Dat Nation, man? We are coming off a big W, man, against the New England Patriots. But I want everybody to stay tuned because we're about to go over this recap, go over basically, everything that went good, anything that we might have seen bad. We're going to listen to the interviews from after the game as well. We're going to go over the stats. We're going to go over everything. So make sure y'all stay tuned because we're about to get straight into this.
You can't see us, I Saints going to the Super Bowl, talking black and gold. Cameron Jordan on the field, about to take a QB soul. Ever Kamara break a tackle, so you know he bold. Mike Thomas catching everything, so you know he cold. He talking Power Man, dude, he talking Marcus May. We in the backfield, we gon' make them pay. Them boys hitting hard, they need an X-ray. Yeah. We talking black and gold. 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 Straight to the Super Bowl. Your time is up. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, you can't see us. Our time is now. Hoodie Jube in the building. We shining now. We shining. You can't see us. Our time is now. You heard me? Your time is up. Our time is now. You can't see us. Our time is now. Say Hoodie, Hoodie Jube in the building. We shining.
Here he is, Hoodie Jube.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Hoodie Jube, and we are back with another live podcast. And for those who don't know, y'all will know, there's no YouTube without your boy, Hoodie Jube, y'all. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday night, because I know I am, especially after that dominating win from the Saints, man. We won 34-0 against the New England Patriots, man. We shut them out. So great win. I know we always talking that shit about P. Carmichael, man. We got to give him his little flowers, but it doesn't mean we let him off the hook. I just want to let y'all know from the start. I'm not letting P. Carmichael off the hook just because of one game. Y'all need to be consistent. Y'all need to do this every damn game, and we need to keep seeing it happening, because if we can get on a roll and start playing like this on defense and the way the offense did today, we'll be all right. I'm telling you, we will be all right. But, like I said, I'm not letting Pete Carmichael off the hook. But, Pete Carmichael, you will get your damn flowers from me today because, you give credit to where credit is due, man. He did his thing today. He called some good plays, and the offense looked really good out there, especially against a good Bill Belichick defense. Yeah, they was missing some key players, but hey, we was missing key players as well, right? So it is what it is. But before we start getting into everything, before we start getting into like the interviews, the stats, and all of that, we can't leave out everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's tuned on in right now. So we got Drew Brees in the building. Who that to you? We got Lil Mikey in the building. Who that to you? We got my brother King Nep in the building. Who that to you? We got Jerry the old freaking G in the building. Who that to you? We got Pammy Whammy. Who that to you, Miss Pammy? Who else we got up in this thing? We got Miss Dana as well in the chat. Who that to you, Miss Dana? And I think that's everybody that's in the chat. Anybody else that comes on a little bit later comments, I'll comment back and try to give y'all a nice little shout out over here. But let's get into it. Let's get into it, y'all. So first off, we're gonna listen to what Derek Carr had to say today, in his interview after the game. So let's put him up on here and let's hear what Derek Carr had to say.
I had to wait on this kind of game. It's been 5 weeks in, but this is what you envision this offense being like when everything's working.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the year, we want to be able to go into a game. It doesn't matter who scores, who has the touchdowns, who play. We just want to play good football and win. And today was the perfect example of what we've been hoping for, right? Like no one's in here thinking about stats and Pro Bowls and all that. We're thinking about how many wins can we rack up and can we win the last game of the year, right? And so to see us play the way that we did today from a whole team aspect makes us feel good for sure.
From the opening drive, getting the ball first, it was a different approach to the offense. Like you guys wanted to be aggressive. A couple balls you threw down the field.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't end up in the hands of the Saints play, but it was kind of a different mindset this week from what it was last week.
It definitely was. Yeah, absolutely. Because if teams are going to play us a certain way, especially, they're thinking about my shoulder and things that we're trying to do and all that kind of stuff. We had to show them that we could, the potential for down the field shots were there. And we were able to hit a couple, not on the first drive, but we were able to, you throw enough of them, you can hit a couple. And we were able to do that today because we had some good looks to do it. And so as an offense, we still have so many things to correct penalty-wise and so many little details that could have got us an easier field goal or easier for a first down or completion. And we got to clean those things up. And if we can keep cleaning those things up and be better next week, we feel like we can keep getting better as a team.
Derek, how big was that third 11 that you hit Michael Thomas for 26 that you eventually got that first touchdown? Was that kind of like the spark for the day for you guys offensively?
Yeah, I think I don't think our demeanor or mindset changed at any point throughout the day. I thought we came in with a great focus. I just felt like that play, obviously it's third and long. We don't want to put the defense again back out there so quick. And Mike did a great job going across the middle, taking a hit and making a play. And he did that a couple of times for me today. He even knew it was going to be that type of day. It just is one of those things. And, he was able to stand in there and make every play that, we needed, except for the first one that we talked about.
Earlier this week, you said the running games and defense quarterbacks this spring. Just specifically on that running game today, having that be as effective as it was, how much did that open things up?
Well, we run a play action, and they get back under the play action because they come up for the run, then they turn their backs and go for the play action, and I check it down for 30 yards. It just to Kendre. Like that's a perfect example of how it all works together, right? Like if they come down a little farther and there's a window for Mike or Chris on that play, I throw it to them. If not, I check it down, and they're playing the run, and they're getting back playing. They can't just be one dimensional, and so it all works together. And this is the ultimate team game. And so if I can do my job, it helps AK. If AK does his job, it helps us. If the line does their, it all is moving and working together all the time.
How important do you think the performance is for Pete?
There was no different thought this week. There was no different feeling. We knew what we have in Pete, and we believe in him. And like I never lied to y'all. Like we think the world of Pete. And so I just know that I've been in tough times, and when you do go out and have a good day, it's always a relief. No matter it's always like, all right, let's at least get 7 days answering nice questions about some things, and so. But that's this business, and he knows that. I know that playing quarterback. The head coaches always know that, right? They got to always answer questions, and so it is what it is. But our confidence never changed in Pete for sure.
Earlier this week, you said that every time you go against the Bill Belichick defense, it's like mentally exhausting. It's kind of the term that you use.
Yeah.
How are you feeling now? And
Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, it is mentally taxing. You know, they do a great job with personnel groupings, putting sub defense, playing base fronts, and you know you got to get everybody on the same page so we're blocking the right guys. And they do a great job of trying to mix those things up, you know, and different pressure looks, not running the ball into those, and making sure they'll hold the disguise until that play clock's at 2 seconds, you know, and you got to make sure you're right to help the team. And you know, Coach Belichick is, like I said before, he's one of, if not the best coach, you know, of all time. And so anytime you go against him as a quarterback, it's a tough out. It's a tough day, but you just try and be efficient, make the best decisions, you know, do your film study during the week, which is a tall task, but yeah, I'll be asleep on the plane probably.
Sorry if you've already asked this, but with the red zone conversion today, 3 for 3, how well, I guess relieving is it that you guys are able to convert there? And is 3 for 3 okay? I know you said 4 for 4.
I said 4, and then I'll give you a high five. Once we go 4 for 4, I'll give you a high five. I got to be a man of my word. My yes is my yes, you know. So, you know, we got 3 of them, and that just helps the defense. You know, if we can get touchdowns when we get down there, it's a big emphasis for us this week. Is, you know, we felt confident, you know, always in the game plan that, hey, when we get down there, let's make sure that we execute. And sometimes it may be a field goal, but to come away out of a game, especially in this stadium, you know, against, you know, this scheme with those players, you know, that's an exciting day for sure.
This game with 2 pretty key injuries on defense with Judon and Gonzalez. Did that change how you guys approach the game or anything like that in terms of going after tendencies, anything like that?
No, but you know, like I've always said, those are 2 really good players. I haven't played against the young corner, but watching him on film, he's very impressive. You know, especially the job he did against Tyreek and the things they were asking him to do. You know, and then Judon's one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. So whenever someone gets hurt, it's always hard to replace those guys. But for us, especially when you play Coach Belichick, like it doesn't matter, you know, what 11 he's thrown out there. He's got something. He's going to try and stop you. It's going to be a tough out for sure, no matter who's out there. Who's that? Sorry.
Henry Miller.
Yep.
You know, what have you seen from him in terms of his progression and trust level?
Well, I just love his mentality when he gets in the huddle. You know, I've been in there with some young guys sometime, and I'm like having to remind them of everything, and you know, hey, make sure you do this now. Go fast. You know, like trying to remind them to play fast. And like Kendre, he just is a football player. He just, you know, you tell him one thing. You know, we break the huddle, and I'm like, hey, make sure on this. He's like, I got you, bro. Like, and boom, I hit him in the flat. Boom, he breaks tackle, gets the yards. You know, it's like, you know, when you have a young guy like that with that much confidence, you know, you just hope that his confidence just keeps growing because he'll just keep getting better. You know, he'll play faster and faster, and he'll see the cuts faster. He'll play faster, but you know, he's got a great guy in front of him to learn from too.
You talked a couple times in the last month or so about Mike knowing he's going to be in like a spot where he might get hit when he's catching.
Mm-hmm.
Do you appreciate that in a receiver, or just like the physicality and knowing that you can throw a type of the ball and he's going to kind of come up with it 7 or 8 times?
100%. You know, they brought you know, we did something today, you know, we didn't even talk about during the week. You know, they went cover 0 on 1. I saw it, and versus this certain look, I just looked at Mike and gave him a hand signal, and we didn't even talk about it. We did, you know, but we, you know, through our communication and our growth together and our relationship, you know, there's certain things I just, hey, be ready all the time if this, and he's like, yeah, I like this route, or, you know, and they gave us a blitz. They're bringing one free for me, and he's got standing there and take a hit, and I got standing there, you know, and that's football, you know, sometimes. And to see, you know, us complete that, him take that hit, hang on to the ball, and pick up really a big first down for us in that moment. You know, they're all big, but just the way that happened, I thought that was a big play in the game. And it shows the rest of the team that 13 will do whatever it takes to win.
It was third down forward.
Yep. Yep.
And how has your?
I thought it was third quarter.
It might.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
They sent like a hey,
Yep.
How was your relationship with him? Kind of growing, even in the season, it's like it's kind of been something you guys.
Yeah, it's growing, and I love Mike. You know, and the one thing about him is, you know, his communication is so great during the games, and him and I can't, you know, grow and do that in training camp. You know, we can't grow and do that in OTAs. You have to play real football games. You know, you have to get on the same page when it's live bullets. And I'm not even saying preseason. It's got to be like regular season games, you know, where teams are really game planning and trying to scheme and doing things. And so, you for us to be on the same page and to be able to communicate about some things and then hit those, we communicate about one thing. We asked Pete, like, hey, Pete, we like this play. He's like, okay, boom. We go into a drive, second play, our first play, boom, he calls it, we hit it, and that not only, builds our relationship, but it builds a relationship with the coaching staff and, the trust, and the trust is growing for everybody. But you can only do that with real games, and to do it in a hostile place like this against a good defense is always fun.
What did you see on the touchdown to Foster?
Without getting too schematic, it was just a good look for the play, and it was a great design by Pete. And then Pete puts the players in good position, and Foster and the offensive line made an amazing effort to get into the end zone. And I thought that was a big drive for us, to go down there. We're winning the game, but still to go down there and punch it in, get another touchdown. It's not even about the Patriots, when it was about us, and in that moment for us to punch it in like that and build that confidence, I thought was great.
So y'all heard it from Derek Carr, man. They still got a lot of things that they said that they still need to be, working on. Basically, they saying that we need to be focusing on those little penalties that we need to clean up. They had probably some little bad plays that they ran that they could have cleaned up and probably been way better and basically execute a lot better too. That could have got us, closer to field goal range. That could have got us first down, kept moving the chain. Probably could have got more points on the board, but they made mistakes. Especially with the O line and the receivers, doing a lot of false starts. Stuff like that. So there's always stuff that we can improve. It's hard to say for a team to play perfect. Everybody does make mistakes. So I'm just happy that we finally, looking like the team that we should be looking like, with the roster. Like, there's too many playmakers on this team to not be winning, and there's too many playmakers to not be getting into the end zones, So with the way we've been looking, it's amazing. So I'm happy. Like I said earlier, I'm happy for Pete. But Pete, man, I'm not letting you off the hook yet. I got to see the consistency, okay? I got to see it over and over and over. And once I see it for a couple of weeks in a row showing it, then I'll let you off the hook. But not letting you off the hook just for 1 week. But let's get straight into it, y'all. Let's get straight into some of the stats and stuff. First off, since we just heard Derek Carr talk, let's see what Derek Carr had today. So Derek Carr for the day, he completed 18 passes out of 26 for 183 yards, averaging about 7 yards per pass, 2 touchdowns, no picks, sat twice again for 15 yards, had a 70 QBR and a 114.7 rating. So Carr did his thing today. I think there should have been another touchdown. He would have been over 200 if they would have allowed that Chris Olave if they would have allowed the Chris Olave touchdown, but it didn't happen. The ground forced it, to come out. He didn't hold on to it long enough, so that would have been another touchdown and probably would have been over 200 yards. So it would have been over 200 plus 3 touchdowns, but it got called back. But Derek Carr, man, you did your thing today. You showed us. You made a few bad throws. Some of them was behind them and maybe over, but other than that, man, you got us into the end zones today. So your numbers are showing it. So shout out to Derek Carr and the offense on improving. Next up, we're going to look at the rushing stats for today. Alvin Kamara had 22 carries for 80 yards, averaging about 3.6 yards per carry, and he had 1 rushing touchdown. And the longest run of the day he had was 10 yards. Kendre Miller, 12 carries for 37 yards, averaging about 3.1 yards per carry, and he also had a 8-yard run that was the longest for him. Taysom Hill, 3 carries for 19 yards, averaging about 6.3 yards per carry. 12-yard was his longest. Derek Carr, 2 carries, 4 yards, averaging about 2 yards per carry. 5 was his longest when he ran with it. Which I was shocked that Derek Carr ran out the pocket with it, and then he, went to the ground and fell, to be safe with it, so he didn't get hurt, anymore. So speaking of speaking of the rushing, and the running backs and stuff like that, shout out to Kamara for doing a good game again. He had a great game. But shout out to Kamara. We're going to listen to him now and listen to what Kamara had to say today after the game. So let's hear what this man had to say.
feel to break the record?
I mean, I hate to sound like so boring about it, but I just wanted to win. It was good though. I think I'm happy because I mean my teammates were so hype about it, and everybody was kind of like, man, we've been chasing it. So it's just I think I'm in a blessed position because I mean it's almost like my teammates wanted more from me than I do, you know. But I mean it's definitely a blessing, I think.
After the last game, that because the offense struggled so much, there's going to have to be some conversations. What was said, and did you see the end result of this game?
So yeah, I said there was gonna be some tough conversations after last game, and you know, those conversations are between the people with a fleur de lis on their helmet and on the hat, aka coaches and players. So I won't tell you exact details about it, but I think anytime you find yourself in kind of like a lull or a rut, in anything, but obviously in this game, in this sport, you got to find a way to fix it fast, right? Because sometimes it's you get in those ruts and it compounds and it starts to just turn into your identity. So that's the one thing that we didn't want to happen because we know what our identity is, and I think we kind of got a chance to put it on display today. You know, everybody was locked in and focused on the goal, and that was to win. It wasn't really looking at a score; it was just trying to play.
How do you think the running game helped you guys in the red zone?
I think we talked about it during the week. I mean, when we can run the ball efficiently, it just opens everything up. And then the defense being able to stop the run, I just want to address because I was just thinking about it. Tyrann Mathieu owes me a pick. I think Cam owed me like a sack or two. Mike owed me a catch. So I'm gonna put Mike and Derek in the same bracket. I don't know what it was, the throw or the catch. Mike owed me a catch. Chris owed me a catch because I seen him make them catches before on that sideline. What else? I'm gonna just blame something on DA just because Pete was good today. I think it was good to see Pete out there having fun. It was like he took a deep breath and just exhaled. It was collaborative though, you know. I think anytime we can go out there, execute. We still had some penalties. Foster owed me one. C's I think owed me one. Shaheed owed me one. I'm just recalling everything that hindered us from being having the score go even higher. But anytime we can go out there, collaborate. I think me and Derek were talking all game. I was going to Pete, kind of trying to nudge him to run some things that Mike likes, that the O-line likes, some things that I saw that I like. Me talking to JT, talking to RC, just collaborating and doing what everybody's comfortable with doing. Talking to everybody, seeing trying to get in the minds of everybody on the O. And get the ball spread out and trying to be efficient on offense so we can operate. We got too many playmakers to have a offense. And I mean, I think today was a good example of what we could do when we're collaborating and hitting.
Oju how? Like they almost got it? Oju how?
Shaheed went offsides. Foster went offsides. So owe me as in don't do that. I mean, I got a very, very good memory, so I think those dudes they harder on themselves than I'll ever be. But I'm gonna talk though, I mean, it's like we need that. They know it though. It's not like me getting on them, but it's like, man, we gotta if we some of those penalties. I mean, we doing what we doing. We need to stay ahead of the chain so we can get more. Like shoot, Foster jump outside, it might have been the ball coming to him. You know what I'm saying? So he jump outside, it might have been the ball coming to him. So those guys know we take accountability for it. We just gotta, even with a win like this, it's still stuff we can clean up. So I'm saying that to say it's still more out there. It's still more. I mean, it's still more for me out there. Like it's some stuff I can clean up. It's some stuff Derek wants to clean up. It's some stuff that we still got in our back pocket that we didn't call today. I know Mike wanted some play. He was going crazy for it the whole day, and Derek was like, "Bro, no, hold on, like let's relax. We'll get it on film." But I mean, it's just. When guys are out there hungry and we're hitting on all the chords and just collaborating and having fun. I mean, it's you see what the result is.
Talk a lot about this standard here and like what you guys can be or supposed to be. Was this close to that? Like, you're stuff in the right direction?
Yeah, I think. I mean, in the 7 years I've been here, we used to a certain. I mean, I'm just talking for offense. I'll talk for offense first. We used to operating at a certain type of efficiency and a certain level of I guess just I mean like efficiency and effort and
just optimization of where we can score at will, right? And we can stay ahead of the chains and limit the penalties and the self-inflicted wounds. So when you can do that in this offense, man, the possibilities are really endless. And like I said, with the playmakers we have, there's enough for everybody. And then as a team, as a whole, I mean, when the defense is doing what they're doing, it can get ugly, you know. So I mean, it's a great feeling to go out there and kind of put that on display and you know, kind of wash away what happened last week.
Final question.
At the facility.
Yeah, just coming off last week's loss and just kind of trying to put that behind.
Man, it was another work week. You know, a win or a loss. You know, I think the loss is hurt, but you know, it's the same thing. You got to move. You got to kind of have a short memory with you know this profession. So we lose. Obviously, it's you never want to lose, and sometimes guys, and I'm not talking about us, but sometimes I think it's easy to kind of get stuck in that, and like I said, that lull of like, oh man, we lost. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Instead of just being like, all right, we lost. Let's flip the page and let's keep going forward and do what we got to do in practice to, you know, put our best foot forward the next showing. So that's all we focus on. I mean, it was another work week. Obviously, we addressed what happened on Monday, and then we had an off day Tuesday and got to work on Wednesday. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's rinse and repeat. So, I mean, we got how many more games? We got to keep going. I don't know. It was it was great. It was great weather. I don't know. It was collaborative, man. It felt good, man. It was a team win. Special teams, defense, offense. That's kind of when it looks easy like that. It's probably a reason, and that's when it's collaborative. I don't know. I ain't never had a Patriot on my helmet, so I don't know what they got going on over there. I mean, they got so they'll figure it out.
So y'all heard it from Alvin Kamara, man. He calling out all his teammates saying, y'all owe me this, you owe me this, and owe me that because of the false starts and stuff like that. So, yeah, like they said, they got a lot of stuff that they can easily clean up, and the score could have been even worse than 34-0. Just think of that. So, like they said, this was only week 5. You know, we still got a whole another 12 games, you know, to play. So we got to look forward now, you know, draw that game in the past, enjoy the win tonight, and then get back to work tomorrow. You know, that's all you got to do because you're not going to be able to, you know, dominate people like this every damn week, you know, if you're not executing on both sides. Which, you know, the defense has been kind of holding up for you, but the offense just haven't done nothing. Well, today, both offense and defense was basically both clicking. So shout out to the team today. Like I said, it was just a very, very good dominating win. Um, so we already did the stats for the QBs and we did the rushing yards. So let's look at our receiving stats for today. So our receiving stat, man, Michael Thomas led it, 4 catches off of 7 targets, 65 yards, averaging about 16.3 yards per catch. The longest catch of the day was a 26-yarder for him. Kendre Miller out the backfield, receiving back, looking like Kamara back there. 4 catches for 53 yards, averaging about 13.3 yards per catch. The longest that he had was 33 yards, and he caught 4 out of 4 passes. So congrats to Kendrick Miller, man. You're looking like Kamara back there. Rashid Shaheed targeted twice, caught it twice for 28 yards, averaging about 14 yards per catch, and the 25-yard was the longest that he had of the day. Kamara had less catches out in the backfield and less targets than Kendre Miller out the backfield. And guess what? They finally started utilizing Kendre Miller a little bit more, which I am happy for. You know, you're finally utilizing him more a little bit on the run game and out the backfield as a receiving back. So I like that. I like it. So Alvin Kamara caught 3 out of off of the 3 targets that he had for 17 yards, averaging about 5.7 yards per catch. And the longest one he had for the day was a 12-yard. Chris Olave had 5 targets, caught 2 of them for 12 yards. He had a small, low-key game, but he did have a touchdown early in the game for us. So shout out to Chris Olave catching that touchdown, man. They did say right before game he was dealing with like a toe injury, a random toe injury that happened. So we're going to have to watch that probably this week during practice, see how that goes for him. Basically because, I mean, he did get to play, but, you know, plus, don't forget, y'all, Chris Olave probably would have had another touchdown, like I said earlier, towards the end of the game. But they said that he didn't hold it long enough or whatever. As he, like, you know, went to the ground. He didn't hold control of it. So, but Chris Olave, I feel like he'll bounce back next week. Foster Moreau, one catch off of that one target for 6 yards, and he had a touchdown as well. So great way to power it in, man, and get your touchdown. You just fought cancer not too long ago, and look at you secured it. You beat the cancer, and now you're over here scoring touchdowns for the New Orleans Saints, man. Shout out to Foster Moreau on his effort to get into the end zone today. Taysom Hill was targeted only once today. He caught it as well for 1 yard. So one catch for him today. Key Kirkwood, 1 yard catch. He was targeted only once today as well. And Jimmy Graham was targeted once, but no catches at all for him. I think that was the pass that Carter drew behind him a little bit. So it was kind of behind Jimmy Graham. But if it would have been more in the front of it, I think Jimmy Graham would have caught it, and it would have been a first down as well. So that's some things that we got to, clean up and work on. So let's go to the defensive stats over here. Let's see what our defensive stats are looking like. So Alante Taylor led with 6 total tackles right next to DeMario as well. But Alante Taylor, 6 total tackles. 5 of those were solo for him. You had DeMario Davis with 6 total tackles. 3 of them were solos and 1 pass deflected. Marcel Lattimore with 5 tackles. 4 of those were solos for him. Carl Granderson, 2 total tackles. 3 solos. 3 of those were solos. 1 sack. 3 tackles for loss and 2 quarterback hits. Hey, Carl Granderson is back, baby. We all were kind of running like, oh no, we paid him the money and he don't look like the Carl Granderson. Well, he looked like Carl Granderson today. So shout out to Carl Granderson for a good game as well. Paulson Adebo, 3 total tackles, 3 solos, 2 pass deflected by Paulson Adebo. Great job today as well. Jonathan Abram, 3 total tackles, 2 solos for him. Pete Warner, 3 total tackles, 2 solos, pass deflected. And don't forget, Pete Warner had an interception as well. So shout out to Pete Warner for a good game as well. Capacino had 2 total tackles. 1 of them was a solo, and he had a half a sack as well and 1 quarterback hit. Saunders had 2 tackles, 1 solo for him. Nathan Shepard had 2 total tackles, 1 solo. As we move on to the next stats for the defense, DeMarco Jackson, 2 tackles, one of them was solo. Cameron Jordan, 2 tackles, a half a sack, and a quarterback hit. Malcolm Roach, 2 tackles, and he also had 1 pass deflected. Ty Summers, 1 tackle. Isaac Yeadham, 1 tackle. Sewell, 1 tackle. Jordan Hardeen, 1 tackle, but 2 pass deflectors as well. He did a good game. Isaiah Foskey, 1 tackle. And then Tyron Master with no tackles, but he had 1 pass deflected and also had 8 interceptions for a touchdown. Mr. Pick 6, the Honey Badger, with a pick 6 for the Saints, man. He's been needing an interception this season, and he picked it off. And guess what? Picked it off for a goddamn pick 6. But while we speaking of defense, man, like I said, great job. Held the damn Patriots to 0 points. Great job, defense. Y'all all were playing well out there, all looking good. And speaking of the defense, right, we're going to listen to what Mr. DeMario Davis had to say after the game now. So let's hear what DeMario had to say about this team after today's 34-0 win.
Man. Well, I've been preaching at the podium the past couple of times, and they keep asking me to come back, y'all. So I guess I'll keep on preaching. Firstly, praise God. What a wonderful game today. I think I'm just blown away that it's the Lord's Day, and oftentimes many of us don't get to go to church on Sunday because we're either here working or playing this game or watching this game. So we do have the opportunity to bring church to us. I think after a game like that, it's very easy to praise us, praise our team. But it's the Lord's Day. And so I'm always conscious to try to deflect that praise, or I want to be conscious to deflect that praise to him. I think over the past week, I've just been thinking about how easy it is for us to kind of mask our hurt and pain. And it's easy to deflect and watch a game like this and be entertained for an entire day or multiple days. But then we go back to our reality, and this game is great. It's provided a lot of blessings, but there's nothing inside this game that can help when something happens to us individually and we're hurting. If something happens to my kids or our kids, there's nothing in this game that can help necessarily with that. Talking about kids specifically, my daughter is doing well. She's still doing well. Thank you guys for the prayers. If something happens in your relationships, there's nothing inside this game that can help with that. If something happens catastrophically in your finances, people who play this game, there's nothing that could help them with that. If something happens in your career, there's nothing in this game that can help you with that. But where there is help is at the cross. See, the cross not only can save you spiritually, what Jesus done and is doing can help you in your current day life. And I think we need to take time to be reminded of that, because a lot of us are hurting and we're masking it like we're not. And so being able to have Sunday, that's what at least the Lord's Day is, a reminder of that. And if we take time and don't use the Lord's Day for what it's actually there for, to remind us of the Lord, and take time to praise the Lord and make sure our focus is right, man, we miss a great opportunity. And I just don't want that to pass before us. And so I'm grateful for that. So that's why I come in and say, praise God. I'm grateful for this platform on a Sunday that I can, even if I miss church, I get to come in and have church. And so praise God for that. I guess this time I am going to open it for questions, but I'm going to save my football questions for next week. But if you got any life questions or anything that maybe I can go deeper on what I've shared, I do want to open the floor up for that.
Do y'all find time to go over scripture or anything like that, whether it be at the facility or pre or post game?
Man, that's a phenomenal question. Do we get a chance to go over scripture? On Wednesdays, we have team prayer. And so anybody in our building that's going through something, whether it's on the field, off the field, life, we have team prayer on Wednesday mornings, usually about an hour before we have our team meeting. And it's been phenomenal. And that's where you really get to see what people are going through. Most of the time, the prayers are not football related. And we pray for 30 minutes to an hour. And our room is full and people are praying. And, you know, that's something that we do. And we also have team Bible study weekly and team chapel weekly. But we're constantly trying to stay on our real mission as believers in the locker room. But whether you're a believer or not believer, we want to make sure that you know that the cross is available and the power of God is available for you. Thank you for that.
So you heard it, y'all, from Demario Davis, man. I love it, man. He knows how to preach it, you know. I love it, love it. But Demario said he's gonna save all those football questions and stuff, you know, for next week. You know, they can ask him next week. But today was the day, you know, for the Lord, which is Sunday. So he said you gotta just, you know, pray to the Lord, and this is his day. And they always have a pray thing on Wednesdays. So shout out to Demario on bringing, you know, their religions and stuff to it, man. You know, pray to the Lord, man. But let's get into some more stats over here. As we just got done with the defensive stats and the offensive stats, we're going to go with the team stats of the day and compare us to the Patriots today. So, Saints had 17 first downs, while the Patriots was held to only 8 first downs. 11 of our first downs was passing, 4 of theirs was passing. 6 of them was first downs from rushing. They only had 1 rushing first down. The other first downs from them was 3 of them was from penalties, while ours we didn't get no penalties. I mean, no first down from penalties at all. We was 5 for 15 on third down. That's something we can clean up. Definitely get better on third down. You know, we got to be better on third downs for sure. While the Patriots were 1 for 14 on third downs. We didn't go for it on fourth down at all. They went for it on fourth down twice, and we stopped them. They were 0 for 2. We ran 70 total plays, while they ran 51 total plays. Total yards, we had 304 total yards, while they had 156 total yards. So we held the New England Patriots to 156 total yards great defense, y'all. Great defense. We had 14 total drops while they had 14 total drops as well. We averaged about 4.3 yards per play while they were averaging 3.1 yards per play. In the air for passing, we had 168 passing while they had 111. We completed 18 out of 26 passes while they completed 15 out of 31. Yards per pass, about 6 for us, 3.4 yards per pass for them. We drew 0 picks while they drew 2 picks. We got sacked twice for 15 yards. They got sacked twice for 21 yards. Other stats we had for the rest of the team stats, rushing, we have 136 rushing yards on them while they only rushed 45 yards on us. Passing, rushing attempts, 42 rushing attempts while they only ran the ball 18 times. Yards per rush, 3.2 while they had 2.5. Red zones, when we made to the red zone, we did 3 out of 4 attempts. We got into the end zone while they didn't even make it to the red zone at all, it says. So great defensive play. We had 0 turnovers while they had 3 turnovers. One of them was a fumble for them and 2 interceptions thrown. And it said defensive / special team touchdowns the Saints had as well, which was the pick 6 by no other than the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Possession, we had the ball for about 39 minutes while they had the ball for about 20 minutes. So those are your team stats. And guess what? We're going to listen to one last little interview. And then I'm going to go over 1 or 2 more things. And then we will open up the lines for everybody to hop on. But speaking of team and everything, let's listen to what Coach Dennis Allen had to say now after the game. And let's hear what I kind of, want to hear, because I haven't been able to hear what he had to say. So I'm kind of, wondering what he had to say after the game, what he sounded like, after a very dominant win of a 34-0 over the Bill Belichick Patriots. We'll see. But let's hear what Dennis Allen got to say, y'all.
Henrys of the world,
who won. Played around here in a while. I thought all 3 phases of the game, came in and
Henrys of the world, who won.
Played around here in a while. I thought all 3 phases of the game, came in and did their job and did what we needed to do to win the game. So pleased with the win, and now we start turning our attention to next week at Houston.
Yeah, what are some of the things offensively that kind of stood out positively?
Well, look, I think we were able to score points in the red zone. I think that was probably the number one thing. I thought we ran the ball pretty well in the game. So I thought, overall, I thought up front, I thought we did some good things, and I thought we did a good job of, being able to control the line of scrimmage a little bit.
You mentioned last week that, offensively, everything needed to kind of be a little bit better. Do you feel like they answered that challenge?
Yeah, look, the challenge really was for everybody to be better. So this wasn't an offense, defense, kicking game deal. This was a New Orleans Saints need to be better. We had to coach better. We had to play better. And I thought everybody, coaches, players, everybody alike, answered the challenge this week.
Did you guys put an emphasis on being more aggressive early on, kind of set the tone, and we're going to go down the field and kind of look different than what we did last week?
Yeah, look, I mean, I think we wanted to, come into the game and be able to run the ball and throw the ball effectively. I really thought we had some opportunities that we could have taken advantage of that we didn't take advantage of. So there's still a lot of things we have to clean up. We obviously wanted to be aggressive. We wanted to, be able to move the ball and score some points, and ultimately we were able to do that. I thought it was great. I thought our guys, knew what we needed to do. I think they understood that the previous performance wasn't good enough, and we knew we had a better team than what we put out there. And I think today we came out and answered the bell. I thought defensively, I thought we played well. I think third down defense was really good. I think, our ability, to to be able to get off the field on third down, helped us to be, and then our ability on offense to be able to run the ball, kind of maintain time of possession. I think that got out of whack a little bit in our favor in the game. So I think that was a huge part of the game. I thought our guys did a pretty good job up front, being able to stop the run and also being able to, kind of get after the quarterback a little bit.
Can you talk about this mark that Tyron with that pick six kind of just,
Yeah, I think that's huge. Being able to take the ball away, early in the game like that, and create a little bit of momentum on your side. I think our whole team kind of fed off of that, and that was certainly great to see. It's been a while since I can remember that we scored on defense, and so that was a little bit of an emphasis this week too, to take the ball away and potentially score on defense.
Yeah, I know Pete was pretty adamant about taking all the blame for the offensive struggles this year on Friday, saying 100% my fault, I got to get better. What kind of conversations did you and him have? Not asking for details, but just about him wanting to come into this game, be different, get a different outcome.
Yeah, look, we talk every week, and if you're having struggles in an area, there's very few times that you can point in one individual direction and say that's the issue. So the challenge this week was for everybody, players and coaches, to show up. And I thought our guys answered the bell and showed up today.
Yeah, obviously we got lost in a 34-0 game with Blake Ruffy with the 2 long kicks. What's your confidence level in him right now?
I think it's extremely high. I think he's kicked the ball exceptionally well for us, and had zero reservations about having him, attempt a long field goal. So it's great to see him do that.
And Allen just walked in the room, and obviously he's now the all-time touchdown.
It's pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just speak on just an overall picture of him?
Yeah, look, I mean, he's been outstanding for our football team. Both in terms of his production on the field and in terms of his leadership in the locker room. I think it's been awesome. There's some plays in the game today that probably don't stand out to the naked eye, and yet you just watch some of the his ability to make guys miss and create plays is pretty awesome. I thought he ran the ball exceptionally hard today, and so we've been working to get that 73rd touchdown. So it's been a while for us to finally get it. So it was good for that to happen.
Yeah, this is the largest home loss, shutout loss in Patriots franchise history. I mean, could you have seen anything like this coming this week?
No, look, I mean, our deal this week was just focus on us, focus on what we have to do to be better, and then go out and execute our jobs, on Sunday in the game. And I thought, everybody as an organization, I thought did a good job of doing that.
This is kind of what you thought this offense was capable of.
I think this is what I think this is what I want our team to look like, and now the challenge is can you replicate that week in and week out, in a tough league that we play in. And so I thought we had a great week of practice. I thought our preparation was awesome. I thought our focus was awesome. And I think the results showed.
Yeah, just combining that more, what are the elements that from this game that specifically, these are the 2 or 3 things that you want your team to look like?
Well, I mean, I think, scoring a lot of points and not giving up a lot. I thought we did a good job being efficient offensively. We were able to run the football. We took the ball away, which created some good field position. We played smart football. We still have to eliminate some of the penalties, but overall, I thought it was a well-played game.
Yeah, emphasize tackling and pass rush in previous games. How do you feel about the progress that you saw today?
Yeah, I thought it was better. Obviously, I'm going to go back and look at the tape. I'm sure there's going to be some things I won't be happy about, but overall, I thought overall as a whole team, I thought it was better.
You said last week Derek had to deal with some shoulder soreness towards the end of the game. This game, it seemed like he was still throwing deep, even towards the end. So how did he hold up?
Yeah, I haven't even talked to the trainers yet, but yeah, I'm assuming he's okay. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, that seems like a good thing, though. If you didn't even have to
yeah,
talk to him about
yeah.
it.
No, I didn't see anything in the game, and yeah, it's all good. He had a little bit of a toe prior to game, but made it through fine. We'll see where he's at, but I thought he looked good. All right. I'll let you guys talk to Alvin. All right.
So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from Dennis Allen. He's happy with the win and everything, but he also said it out of his mouth too that he wants to see this every damn week. Can we challenge ourselves and continue to grow and keep doing this as a team, scoring on both sides, defense, scoring on the offensive side as well, playing the defense like we did. And if we can continue to do this down the road, the rest of the season, getting better and better, cleaning up the mistakes, cleaning up the damn penalties, cleaning up anything as missed tackles, cleaning up any big mistakes, um, that we might have made, whether it was a pass behind them or too short of a pass or ran the wrong route or anything. As long as we clean up those things, we should be fine. Like a lot of people say, we got one of the easiest schedules in the NFL. We got the roster for it. Like we got the team that can dominate. We got the weapons. We just started off so slow this year. The O line was crap. I mean, O line's been improving every damn week, looking better and better. Even though they allowed 2 sacks today, they still look really, really, really good today. So, like I said, we just got to keep doing what we got to do, keep improving, and clean up those little mistakes. And every week should be a good week for our New Orleans Saints. But let's give a special shout out to somebody today, Mr. AK-41. Alvin Kamara sets a New Orleans Saints touchdown record. He is the new touchdown record holder for the New Orleans Saints with 73 total touchdowns. And guess what? He's not even done yet. He can add on and on and on to that and make that record so hard to beat as a New Orleans Saints. So, special shout out to AK. If we don't mind putting in the chat, put some 41s in the chat, for him, or you can put 73 for 73 total touchdowns so far with the new record. So, like I said, shout out to AK-41, man, and I know he's got many more touchdowns in him to basically get that record up there. I wouldn't be surprised by the time he retires, especially from the Saints, he has 100 or more touchdowns total for the New Orleans Saints. So, like I said, again, special shout out to Alvin Kamara. Now, um, don't forget, I do have the link in the chat for y'all. The link's in the chat. I got it pinned to the top. So if y'all want to click that link, y'all can come on and everything. I'm gonna bring everybody on, and y'all let me know what y'all thoughts on everything. So first up, we got back here. We got my brother, the right. How we doing, the right?
Yo, what up? Who was that, bro?
Nothing much. Just relaxing today, chilling. Watched our Saints dominate it.
Yes, sir.
But just like Carr and them said too, and Kamara, like literally every single person said in their interviews, besides Demario, because Demario, talked about the Lord because it's the Lord's day, but everybody else
Of
basically
course.
talked about the same thing, and they said it doesn't matter. Yeah, we happy we got to win, but there's stuff that we can clean up and make ourselves look better, and that's what you love to hear from a team that's been struggling on offense. Been struggling on defense the last few games, blowing the games away. That's something that you want to hear from them, right? You want to hear them say like, "Oh, cool, we're glad we got the win." Da 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 da. But there's stuff we can clean up, and if we can clean those things up and continue to get better and better, we should look like this more often, right? That's what you want to
Yes,
hear.
sir.
So they know where they at, and I think they understand, of what's happening. So,
Right.
so what's your thoughts today on today's game?
Today I can't say that I was overly impressed because I know what, we have the capabilities of doing, but I can say that I am proud. I am proud that they came in and did what they had to do. Um, I have no ill feelings about Pete or any of the coaching staff. They knew that, that their foot was to the fire and they had to do what they had to do. And I just want the consistency just like everybody else wants. I'm not sold. However, I am a who dat. So I love the fact that we have the quality of men that we have in our locker room. Because the quality of men that we have in our locker room is not satisfied. And they're not going to be satisfied until they harsh Lombardi. So to hear them make the comments that they made, um, they know that we feel the same way they feel. It's not something to be satisfied with, especially when you have more talent than you had when Drew Brees was playing. You know what I'm saying? Which I hate to say it like that, but man, you got talent from right to left. And with that being said, I just like I said, I love the characteristic of the men that's in our locker room because not only are they God fearing, not only are they intelligent, but they smart where the game is concerned. So you think about it like this: you got a running back like Alvin Kamara, and this man knows stats, he knows statistics, he knows who's making penalties, and that shows you, man, that dude is very special. There is no way you can have a team and not have him involved. That'll be crazy because if he knows it like that, that's a sure sign that he studies the game. He studies the game not only just from a sense of just being a running back, but he studies the game from almost everybody's perspective. So that man, you have to respect it. You have to show respect for that. That dude is special.
Hmm. He's definitely special. And the other thing too, like that kind of caught my eyes today um, was basically some of the play calling was, way better. Like not only wasn't way better, their defense could not predict you like they did with Tampa Bay, where you literally force fed Kamara everything last week. This week, you basically balance it because like normally when you see a screen pass coming, especially out the backfield, who you normally see that going to? It's usually number
Right.
41, right? Kamara. Well,
Mhm.
today he had less target out the backfield. Well, to be honest, he had less target total or receptions, less than Kendra Miller. They actually finally got Miller more involved. Like you went and wasted a third round pick on him. So why not utilize him? He's here, especially while Jamal Williams is out, which I think Jamal Williams is eligible to return off of IR this week now. So if he's healthy and ready to go, that'll be another piece and a weapon to add to the offense, right next to AK. But that was some stuff I like
Right.
to see. I think that one play that we did where we looked like we were gonna run it to the right and pitch it back to Kamara, but we did a like a little flick pass forward to Foster Monroe for the touchdown.
Mhm.
That was a nice draw play. Like you see other teams use that a lot, but we never use it.
Right. Right. They use that a lot. And that was not only, bro, that was pretty good. I like to see stuff like that. And the reason why I like to see stuff like that is because now mind you, do believe that New England played almost the same defense that Tampa played. They was going to give you everything underneath and they weren't going to give you anything over the top. The surprising thing was Derek took what they gave him and didn't try to force feed anything. He took what they gave him, like against Tampa, looked like he was trying to force his throws, and Tampa wasn't giving you that. But he did take what they gave him. And one of the great things is Pete Pete saw that defense that they were running and say, okay, the cornerbacks are 5 to 10 yards off of my receivers, and the linebackers are up close. They're not going to give you anything over the top. Okay, well that's fine. Let's dissect them because believe it or not, Tampa played a zone almost the entire game. You know what I'm saying? So they were like, you know what, we're gonna give you this, and we could just cover up every zone spot. And Pete adjusted, and I loved it. I love how he did it, man. My hat's off to Pete. Now, if he can do that next week, I'll be even happier.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the show, congrats to Pete. You got to give him his flowers. You got to give credit to where credit is due. But you're not off the chain just yet. You're not the hook. I'm not letting you off the
Yes,
hook. You
sir.
got you got to have this consistently for the next, I'll say 3 to 4 games, and then I'll be like, okay, maybe we got the old Pete back. Maybe we finally gonna
Right.
fire up your butt to finally get it executed. But there's
And
another
trust
thing
me, brother.
too. O line's
Trust me,
getting
brother.
better.
Trust me, brother. Flowers that he's getting is going to be plastic. So I ain't going to spend money on no real flowers. He's getting plastic ones until he proves different.
Yeah, get the ones that last forever though, right?
Yeah, that you put in the bathroom on the wall.
Yep. But But the O-line looked better today, besides a few, false starts or holding penalties. But other than that, you didn't really see a lot of pressure on Carr. I mean, yeah, he got sacked twice, but I mean, just think twice out of the whole game was not too bad.
Right.
Not too bad. And I know some of those sacks was probably because Carr held on to it too long. There were some things, like people, that was kind of getting aggravated with those, Carr hanging on to it too long. But sometimes the player's not getting open, and sometimes, you rather him, run out and take a low sack than him trying to just throw it out in the air. I mean, just look at Dak Prescott tonight, 3 interceptions, just throwing it up. You don't
Yeah.
want your quarterback doing that. So he's just playing smart with it, trying to make sure he don't do no dumb throws like he did the first few weeks, when he drew those picks. So, like I said, I think everybody's improving. They keep getting better and better. And if we keep playing like we
Yo,
played today, we should be fine.
and if you notice something on some of the well, the majority of the third down plays, instead of him using 40, who's the fullback? 46?
Adam Prentice.
Right. Instead of them using Adam Prentice on the third down, because when I first saw Adam Prentice come out on a third down, I was like, don't they understand that when Adam Prentice come out on a third down, they know that he's for blocking purposes and he's not going out, so it makes the offense more predictable. But when you have somebody like AK back there, or even 25 back there, they can't really like hone in on, okay, well, let's go ahead and send off blitz because Adam Prentice is back there. They can't do that. You have to have somebody sitting there back there watching and waiting because of the fact that you have that running back that can sneak out the backfield on you or even get a gash and take off for you. So I was kind of impressed with that with Pete because 2 weeks ago and even last week, every time it got to a third and long, Adam Prentice, or third and even six or third and seven, Adam Prentice got in the game. And everybody's like, he ain't running the ball or he's not getting the ball. So we can all out blitz.
hmm I mean, you got to realize Adam Prentice. If you normally see him on the field, it's normally because he's an extra protector back there. To
Right.
make sure we passing. But we'll see. I'm just glad we didn't hand it to him or throw it to him because if we would have, we might have lost that game. No, that's best. We wouldn't lost the bet. We wouldn't lost like that. But I was saying, with the fumble and the missed catch last week, man, he just needs to work a lot harder on that. Like get better at that shit. Like because to be honest
Right.
with you, I'd rather utilize Taysom Hill, somebody at that fullback role, than use him.
Right.
To be honest with you, um, but
Yep. All in all, bro, good stuff. I don't have nothing to say about the defense. We already know what kind of defense we got.
you're damn right. Pick six by
Yeah.
the Honey Badger too. Nice.
Yeah. I don't have
Eh,
it. I mean, every now and then, Paul's with the D boy aggravate me because it's like he gets one pass interference every game, which is getting me. I'm really getting disgusted with with the little PIs he does. Like, bro, chill. I don't want the holding call, bro. You're fast enough. Just be there. You ain't got to hold nobody. Just don't bite on the first route. Just don't bite on the first move. So
Yeah. Other than that, we
other
was some fight.
other than that, we was solid, bro. So that's all I got for you, my
Yeah.
man. Good to hear from you, son.
Yes, glad to hear from you. And if you want to, you can stay tuned because we got one more person waiting to hop on. And I think you'll love to talk to this person because cause normally when we see him on the Pro Media Network, he's the crazy hurricane going crazy. But today he might be a calm hurricane. It might be a category one and maybe a tropical storm, if that. And
When is he ever?
that's little Mikey. What's up, Mike?
What it do?
So tell us, man, how you feel? What's your thoughts on the game?
Look, I'm not lying when I say this. Last night, when I went to sleep, I had a dream that the Saints won 33-14.
Oh, stop playing.
I'm not playing. I'm like, was that actually a dream? And I'm watching the game, and I'm like, that dream nearly came true. In fact, it was a better dream in real life.
Well, can you
I
do
need
me
you
a
to go to
favor?
sleep.
Can you do me a favor? Can you dream about Hoodie Jew becoming about 50 million followers, becoming the richest YouTuber ever? That'd be awesome if you can dream that, and then I can,
I'll do my
spread the wealth.
best.
I can spread the wealth to everybody. So,
I'll do my best. It depends on what my brain thinks about.
all right, think about it. Because
All
it
right.
almost came true. So, I mean, it almost come true for me. But
All
yeah,
right.
tell us what you think of the game though. Like, what was some of the positives that you like? What were some of the little negatives that you might have seen?
Well, let's start with the positive side, I guess. Derek Carr, he looked efficient. Yeah, there's a couple plays he could have done better on, but overall, he did a better job than the first 4 weeks of the season. Alvin Kamara breaking the record, that was kind of cool. And Alvin Kamara was playing like 2020 Alvin Kamara out there. And Michael Thomas, that man is coming back into his own. That man was catching everything thrown to him. And Chris Olave, I do need him to do a little bit better. But overall, I would rather him suck in a win more than suck in an L, because that means he sucked really bad if it was in an L. And then the offensive line, I know Trevor Penning got a couple penalties, but honestly, people refuse to say this. Ever since that week 1 game, Trevor Penning's been our best offensive lineman out there, and I'm not just saying that. He's been better than Ramczyk. He's been better than Hurst. I don't know how much Pete's played, but if Pete's even played, then he's been better than Pete. Like, even better. He's the best offensive lineman we got. Okay? Ryan Ramczyk, I love him, but he has not been it. He's the reason that Derek Carr is dealing with an injury right now. Because that man just let dude went right through it. And then the defensive side, oh boy, bro. It feels like every single time we do this to pretty much everybody, but it's just something about playing the Patriots where Lattimore just goes crazy. I mean, Lattimore, bro. Like, I remember, I think 2 years ago when we were playing the Patriots, every single time they threw the ball, it was batted down by Lattimore. And that boy, man, that kid is a dog, bro. We have dogs all around the defense, bro. Like, we got Lattimore, Debo finally came back, so we have somebody who can turn their damn head around. And Cam Jordan getting his first sack of the season, that was pretty cool. And yeah, Blake Groupie kept making those field goals. Let's see if he can do that under pressure. Like, if we're playing the Texans and we got to knock down this 50-yard field goal, hopefully he can knock it down. But overall, that's what I think. We do need a new punter, or Lou Hadley needs to do a better job. Okay, but other than that, pretty good.
Okay. By the way, we got the old freaking G Jerry on here. What's up, Jerry?
What's good, Hoodie?
Nothing much. What's your thoughts on today's win?
You're right. What's up, man?
Yo, what up, OG? What's happening, my dude?
What is good, my brother?
Hey, black and gold here.
Yes, sir.
It's shit more than a game.
Mikey, what's up, man?
What it do? This shit more than a game.
Hey, all I can say is I still got donuts left. I got some donuts.
Yeah, can I take a 34-piece donut?
Chocolate ice glaze. You whatever variety that y'all have in mind, because that's exactly what we gave the Patriots at Gillette Stadium.
I'll take 34 donuts.
I'll take 34 too.
With extra 0 point allowed sprinkles.
Man, today was a good day. Today was a good freaking day. After all the talk we talked about earlier this week, Hoodie, bruh, that all in together, and we got this win today. After that pitiful game we saw last week, motivated to this game that we won today, because they came and brung it like they should in the first place. The Saints brought a game in this game today. I'm talking about offense, defense, and special teams all together. And that's why we are sitting at 3-2 as of now. Oh, one thing I want to say this real quick. Fuck the fail cards. We don't care about they. Well, we don't care about their stupid win. Our win is better than theirs because they should have lost to Houston. They just got lucky. But we ain't talking about the fail cards. We'll deal with them Thanksgiving weekend. But we talking about our game that we won today. Our game. Our game. The Saints. Our game that we won today. Because the offense, they came out and did exactly what I've been talking about this whole time. They came and they scored more points today. And I love what I saw. I love what I saw. And if they keep this going with these next 3 games coming up, because we got Houston next Sunday, then we open up week 7 at the Dome against Jacksonville, and we close out at the end at Indianapolis. If they did like they did today in these next 3 weeks, Hoodie, we in good shape. That's all I can say about that. So all I know, that offense, especially that defense, my God, that defense is no freaking joke, man. I'm talking about the sacks. I'm talking about the turnovers. That's what I love to see right there. That is what I love to see right there, man. I'm just all smiles today, Hoodie, and I'm gonna be all smiles all week, just like everybody else.
I think we all will. I think we're all gonna
Oh
have
yeah.
that smile on our face all week. The only thing is now that let's enjoy the win and let's be like the Saints are this week. Enjoy your win today and tomorrow, and then get back to work and start focusing on our next opponents, which is I believe going to be the Texans. Which, by the way, the Falcons won. So the Falcons did beat the Texans today,
Man,
I think,
screw
by
y'all Falcons.
2 points.
Yeah,
So,
man. Fuck the fail cons.
Man, if y'all didn't have a real kicker, y'all would have lost. If y'all had a guy like Will Lutz, honestly, y'all would have lost.
Yeah, they should have lost in the first place anyway, but
Y'all just got lucky because y'all have a good kicker.
We like I said, Mikey, fuck them and they pathetic win. We are worried about our win.
Like win a game by 34 points, then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Win a game where you don't even allow 2 points, then we'll talk.
Don't allow a team to score let them stay at 0, then we'll talk. Or even better yet, why don't you win a why don't you try to win a Super Bowl, then we'll talk. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You can. You blew it twice.
Then we'll have a conversation. But until then, keep your trap shut. Shut it. Zip it. Close it. Shut your pothole. Shut your mouth.
We got a Super Bowl. You don't. So shut up.
I don't care about no asterisk saying Bounty Gate. Bounty Gate was a long time ago, and that Super Bowl you count as a long time ago. But recently, y'all had a chance to win a Super Bowl, but y'all let Tom Brady come back on y'all like he's your father.
And much as I do not like Tom Brady, I'm glad they beat the Falcons. I'm glad they beat them.
Yeah, Demetrius, y'all won 20-19 or whatever it was. Dude, y'all still suck. Your only 3 wins have been pathetic.
It should have been 2 and 3 in the first place.
Like, dude, every single win that you got, you should have lost against Green Bay.
Win a Super Bowl, then we'll talk.
You should have lost against Carolina.
Stay ringless. Stay trophyless.
Yeah, you struggled against Carolina. You should have lost to Green Bay, and you struggled against Houston. And then when you actually played competent teams, y'all won or y'all lost. And you see, when we play real teams, we keep it at least competitive. Y'all be getting blown out by y'all got blown out by the Lions and the Jaguars, 2 good teams. So when y'all play good actual football teams, y'all crumble like a chocolate chip cookie on a Sunday.
Damn, boy. Talk your shit, Mike. Talk your shit, bro.
Like 40-6, 23-7. And last time I checked, both of them were against teams with winning records.
28-3 in 2016.
So you want to talk to me, man? Like, congratulations on your win, but that ain't gonna be this. But in week 12 and week 18, we're coming.
That ain't.
Enjoy your win while it lasts.
Let them have it.
Man.
We'll see them on Thanksgiving weekend. Then we'll
It ain't gonna
actually
be a
see.
good Thanksgiving for y'all.
Oh no! Hey, we'll still have leftovers, but I'm gonna still cook another roasted falcon in the oven.
Man, come on, man. You know the shit more than the game, bro. I don't care about no dirty birds. And they call you dirty birds for a reason. Man,
Hey,
eat some
dirty bird
blocks.
gumbo soup.
Check rocks. Suck them out.
Why you, man?
Nah, man, y'all want to punk us down just because y'all barely win games? Man, y'all won. Y'all beat the 0-5 Panthers. Y'all had to do a Falcons-like comeback against Green Bay, and then you had to have your kicker be your best player against Houston. Houston! Rookie quarterback, Houston!
Houston should have been a problem. They just got lucky.
Man, your defense still sucks.
But don't worry. We'll deal with them later. At the meantime, we got the Texans next week at their house. So it's definitely going to be a problem.
Hey, we just won by 34 points on the road.
We gave the Patriots donuts. We gave them Dunkin' Donuts. We gave them Krispy Kreme donuts.
They gave us an invite to their house, and we just delivered a donut to them.
We gave them any type of donuts. That's what we gave them today.
Hey, Jerry.
Yes,
Mikey.
sir.
And you're right. I got work in the morning, so we're about to end this podcast. Any last things y'all like to say about this game before we head out of here?
Yeah, man, I got something to say.
What's up?
All right, so, man, the Saints, bro, all I'm going to say right now is come Sunday, and this Sunday, 2 straight road games, the Saints are probably better on the road than they are at home. Man, the Saints won by 34 points on the road in New England against a trash quarterback. Man, the Rams and the Cowboys both got exposed for the fraudulent teams they are. Cowgirls, cow suckets, 42-10 against a real team. Oh my goodness! Oh Lord, this was a great Sunday.
Mikey, not only did the Cowboys get their asses kicked, they got destroyed. They got bulldozed over. They got rolled over. You know, like those trucks you see out there, and they work on a project or something like that. That's exactly what the 49ers did to the
Game
Cowboys.
of the week. It's gonna be game of the week. We're gonna see an actual team play.
They demolished those guys, man. When they was up
Evan
like
Barnes,
28
where you at now, Evan?
when they was up like 28-10, I say that's it.
That's it. Dak Prescott threw 3 picks. Our quarterback wouldn't do that.
Nope.
Well, I need y'all help. I need y'all help to end this podcast like we always do.
Who that, big boy?
Y'all ready to help me? So, special shout out. So we're gonna give a special shout out to everybody. So let's give a special shout out to the chat. For everybody that tuned on in. But we also got to give a special shout out to AK again on the way out because he is the new touchdown leader now.
Congrats, man.
So,
congrats, AK.
So congrats to
Love
him.
you, Kamara.
Congrats to the Saints again. 34-0 win, a dominant win for our Saints. Let's see if we can continue and make and basically just fix those little tiny mistakes, to help us out. And then with that being said, everybody, if y'all don't mind helping me, we always tell everybody who what.
Who that?
For life.
We like that.
You heard him.
We like
that. Who that, y'all? We out
Who
here.
that? Peace. Y'all be
Peace
blessed.
out, y'all.